But not least, here's Drew Shirley, lead guitarist with Switchfoot.
You're listening to an exclusive artist interview on Radio Free Florence, 92.5 FM.
You are listening to the Radio Free Florence exclusive interview series, and today I have on the line with me Drew Shirley, guitarist from the Grammy Award-winning band Switchfoot. Hey Drew, this is Kevin. How are you today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing so good. Well, thank you for calling in, and we're getting real stoked about you guys coming through town on August 12th as part of the Tour de Compadres show, so thank you for taking a little minute out to talk with us. First things first, Bro-Am. We're on the backside now. How did it go?
Bro-Am was epic. It was one of our favorite days of the year. This year, it was all time, man. Honestly, I think I'm still recovering from it, honestly.
I hear that.
Because, yeah, it was, it's such a cool event for us. I mean, really, we're the catalyst for this event. The community really rallied around this thing, and it's a surf contest and a concert on the beach. And you mentioned the Tour de Compadres. We had the whole Tour de Compadres come through the Bro-Am and play at our beach stage. So we had Meet the Breed up there and Colony House and Drew Holcomb. And we raised money for charity, which is to help kids in San Diego. We've raised over $1 million so far. This year, I think it was 120,000, something around that.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's just an honor to be a part of for us. You know, we just see it as a super fun event, and it brings the community together, and it does a lot of good and raises awareness for a lot of really good causes.
Unpack a little bit about what the causes are, if you will, even just generally. It's for kids in particular in the San Diego area?
That's right. Well, we started off, this is our 11th year doing the Bro-Am, and we started off giving all the money to one charity each year, and we pick a different one each year. It could be Stand Up for Kids, which is a youth shelter, or it could be Doors of Change, which is a center that helps kids get off the streets. But this year, we decided to start a foundation so that we could give the money to multiple charities.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's really cool. So what we do is we have 7 beneficiaries, Center for Kids, Doors of Change. We have a youth scholarship program. We have a dance program that we sponsor. We have our very own Switchfoot run music lessons for kids. That's a pay what you want music lessons. So there's just a variety of charities that we've curated to give the money to.
Well, that's great. And we are a small radio station here in Florence, very involved in the community, and we really applaud you guys' effort to pour back into the community that you live in. It's very important.
Yeah.
Ask you a little bit about yourself, Drew. We at Radio Free Florence are interested in people, celebrities and rock stars and all that's cool, but we want to know about the realness. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your upbringing and whatnot?
I grew up in San Diego, and my dad was in the Navy, so we ended up in San Diego, and I started playing music because my mom was a music teacher. My mom, she taught music in school, so she did choir, piano lessons. She had me go into all of those choir and piano lessons. And in high school, I decided I didn't like piano as much anymore. I wanted to take guitar because it was cooler.
Yeah.
So I picked up the guitar that my brother had in his room and learned how to play that. So going into college, I just started playing in bands and in church. Started to get in bands, and really just one thing led to another, and started playing in bands, and I started another band that broke up, and then Switchfoot asked me to join their band.
It's not a bad run.
It's been just a real natural progression. That was about 12 years ago. I joined Switchfoot, and so all of us are married. I have a family at home in San Diego. I got 4 kids, and just kind of a blessing to be able to do something I love for a living. This is an amazing career to have. But, to do. I'm just called to do what I'm supposed to do. And there's a lot of talented guitar players in the world, and I know a lot of them are more talented than me, but that doesn't matter really, because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life.
That's great, man. That's very honest, and honesty is quite apparent in Switchfoot's music, kind of as a whole. And honesty can bring out struggles, And I'd love for you to unpack for us a little bit about your struggles and the real part of your life that has to do with the intersection of faith and art. You guys are a rock band who plays rock music, period. But there's a faith element to what you guys do, obviously, and I was just curious about your own personal journey with that.
Yeah, we see Christianity as a faith and not a genre of music.
Right.
So like you said, we're a rock and roll band. But everybody believes in something. Everybody has a faith. Depends where you put that. For me, I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. When I do art, when I do music, I want to do that out of a heart that talks about what's important to me, that what I'm passionate about. We believe the best art is the most honest art, like you said, and that honesty is just we sing and play with a motivation that's honest, and that's because God's given us a voice and a platform, and God's got a hold of our lives, and there's always struggles. We are the first to admit that we don't do it right, that we are in process, that we're learning, we're trying to figure it out. And so I think a lot of people are trying to figure it out, so that's probably why our songs resonate with other people, because there's so many humans in this world that are gripped by the Lord, but wanting to figure out how to live that out and how to apply that and wrestle with that as it unfolds in our lives.
On your own personal journey, how do you avoid letting, being the guitar player in Switchfoot, or just being a guitar player in general, how do you avoid letting that become your identity and keep rooted an identity in Jesus?
Right. Well, I think my kids help me with that in a certain way. I come home and wash dishes and parent kids and, take care of gophers in the yard and do laundry and, manage things at the house, just like everybody, really. Like you said, the identity of being a rock star goes away pretty quick when you get home and your wife says, all right, you watch the kids while I go out and do some things. And, I think, too, that the band as a whole doesn't have a rock star mentality. Honestly, there's just I guess you'd call it an accountability, but we're a band of brothers that kind of, nobody is really kind of a rock star that just says, I'm a rock star, so treat me like a rock star. There's none of that. That's just fake anyway. So, everybody's just trying to hold each other to a real sense of identity instead of a fake sense of, things are fake on the road. People cheering for you. We just played Red Rocks in Denver. It was a sold out crowd, and people are cheering for you, backstage and, stuff like that. But it's just, it's fake. That's not the real world. It's not like a real, today's real. I got to get up and call my wife, and, just do real things. And so, the rest of the band holds us. We all hold each other to accountabilities as well as our families.
Well, that's a great perspective, Drew. Can you tell us a little bit about Switchfoot's charity work? I know you guys have done a lot of work for Habitat for Humanity, and like you said, the Bro-Am has got a very big charity slant. What do you guys see as your main charitable contribution?
Well, I'd say the Bro-Am right now. The Bro-Am and the Bro-Am Foundation, and we opened a school this year, which is really exciting. We are overseeing guitar and piano lessons. So kids in our community are taking lessons in this little studio that we set up in San Diego. That right there is something that's taken a lot of our energy and focus this year. It's the kind of thing where we just want a legacy beyond just the music affects people, but then you play a concert and you're gone. You know, people's lives are changed by hearing our songs, but we wanted to just kind of plant some things on the ground, you know, that actually were affecting people and long-term legacy. So, you know, for me, I've got a real heart to mentor kids and bring up the next Switchfoot, you know, the next band that's going to go out and sing about what's important to them and from their heart. You know, I don't know what that's going to look like, you know, as far as what kind of band, it doesn't really matter, but I just have a heart to, like, see people and other bands and inject into them all that I can to kind of give away what I have to bring up the next generation of musicians and of artists.
Well, that's great, man. And that I read about that school. Is there a name for that? Is there something we can look up with that school? Is it the Switchfoot School of Music?
Yes.
Or
Yes, you can. It's called Bro-Am Studios, and we just named it Bro-Am Studios because, you know, it's just fun. They find Bro-Am.
Well, all right. Can you take us into your interaction with Switchfoot fans? Like you said, you just played a sold-out show in Red Rocks. You guys have a huge fan base all around the world. What's it like? What would you want your fans to take away from a Switchfoot show?
I don't know. I mean, that's the cool thing about music. It can mean different things to different people. I mean, a song can... Some fans will come up and say, is this song about this? And I'll always be like, yeah, it can be, you know, because I get different stuff out of the songs, even I think that John intended when he wrote some of them, and I know what he meant when he wrote it. But you know, when people come see a show, I just hope that they can experience the songs, like let themselves. I mean, we're so guarded in our lives, you know, we're so we have to let things affect us and move us. So, you know, what I would want someone at a Switchfoot show is to be moved. And I don't really know what that would look like for them, whether they would be moved to tears or to joy or to thoughtfulness or towards reconciliation with someone or moved towards motivation. Like, you know, there's a lot of different threads and passions that run in these songs. And I just want people to be moved, you know, to allow the music to move them.
Well, we are looking forward to being moved by your music here on August 12th. You guys are coming through our town for the Tour de Compadres show. And speaking of Tour de Compadres, we've been speaking with some of your tour mates, and there's a phrase that has come up several times now. It's the phrase bus chicken. What can you tell us about bus chicken?
The bus chicken. What can I tell you about the bus chicken? We've got some folklore and some behind-the-scenes antics going on. These guys are amazing. Like the other bands we're touring with, it's so fun because usually it's like halfway through a tour when you really kind of meet the other guys and maybe kind of become friends with them by the end of the tour. On this one, everybody's friends already right away. I mean, they did the first leg of the tour together. We just jumped in for the second leg, but you know, everybody has known each other for a long time. We've known the Colony House guys and Need to Breathe for a long time, and they're just awesome. And the bus chicken, I think it gets circulated around to the different buses, and then comes out at night, and then hides itself in somebody's bunk, and then they have to find it and hide it somewhere else. You know, it just, you know, you might find it in your bag or under your pillow, or you just never know where the bus chicken is going to show up.
That's interesting, man. Well, cool. That's been a mystery. Finally, there's a little light shed on it. No one has let us behind the scenes yet, so I appreciate you doing that for us. And I really appreciate you taking time, Drew. I know you got a busy schedule, so we're going to let you go now. But thanks again. We're looking forward to seeing you on August 12th.
You got it, man. Yeah, we're looking forward to this show here in Florence because this, you know, Need to Breathe is from South Carolina.
Yeah.
And I figure South Carolina is just going to go berserk for Need to Breathe and come out to this show. We've actually had a day off in Florence one time, and I met some really cool people. So Radio Free is something that I've got a little bit of history with, and I hope that South Carolina just comes out for this show, and we're looking forward to it.
Thank you. Get some rest, man, and we'll see you in August.
All right, man. See you in August.
Thanks. Bye.